Hello everyone. We're going to be completely doing something entirely new. We are going to be speedrunning to wave 50. Now this was an achievement idea that I had. It's you can see the Discord if you're in the Super Tower Defense Discord. I did suggest a few achievements, and this is one of them, and genuinely I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this whatsoever at all. And honestly, I did a few runs just testing a few things here and there, and honestly, I believe the way to go is to manually click the button, because the thumbprint might knock off a few seconds that would probably entirely be precious. So you kind of have to set up everything beforehand, which is honestly makes this really interesting. It's way different from what I'm normally used to, and definitely it looks a lot different than what people probably would expect, because this is an entirely different challenge of itself, and unlike the other achievements, this is the only achievement that would be tied to specifically round 50 and only wave 50. Because the other achievements to get their gold, you have to go past wave 50, except for lifetime reward, but we don't talk about that one. That's just winning. But still, it'd be a genuinely unique achievement, and I'm honestly hoping to see if I can, set a good record or not. Now, the time I'm going for when it comes to the idea I had for the gold medal is under 25 minutes, which I believe is possible because I did get a 25:15 earlier, and I probably could have shaved off those 15 seconds by doing a lot of everything quite differently than normal, but that's fine. Now, I might lose a couple seconds here and there by being slightly distracted, and you could use the thumper on the button, but I honestly believe it's slower. It might be honestly slower, because at least manually pressing the button, you have control. You do have a little bit of extra control. So I'm going to be manually pressing the button as much as possible to save just a couple of seconds. Now, if my voice sounds a little bit nasally, that's because I'm undergoing a little bit of allergy season right now, which I absolutely hate because it makes my nose itchy, and every time I go to scratch my nose, it just makes the allergies worse and worse and worse. Which, definitely a dreadful experience. Definitely a dreadful experience. Now, I advise, if you want to do this kind of run as well, to only make edits whenever you're starting the wave, just so you can make them without worrying about losing seconds, because the wave is like short or something. So like here, I'm gonna move the hammer away, because yeah, that was a short wave right there. A great, powerful example. Now, I am at wave 11 and it's barely been 5 minutes, which is a very good sign that I am currently on a good pace. And honestly, I don't think this could probably get faster unless you had someone come in and click the button for you. Which honestly could be a viable strategy. I mean, I really personally don't care if speedruns are done solo or with other people, because that makes the challenge a little bit more interesting. Definitely a little bit more interesting, which is quite a lot coming from someone like me. Considering I am the person that holds the world record in this. I have not seen anyone else get past 181 and clear 182 yet. I sadly don't have a video of me clearing 182 because I need to do it again. I crashed before I could even begin recording, which is sad, but still. I know how to get there. I know the tricks to get there. And it's just, it really has been depending on my motivation a lot. I'm not entirely sure people want to see it. And I have been doing a lot more testing with different strategies and everything. And it's been going along pretty well, actually. Which is very suppressing. I'm trying a few different strats to like see like what the best way I can do this is. If you understand. No. Sorry if I randomly sneeze every now and then. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm sorry. Allergies are a bitch. They should not be underestimated. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep the minigun around as long as possible. So, like, squeeze out as much extra damage as needed. Because, trust me when I say, it becomes very much needed. And the idea I have in mind is to just get 3, Twilances and like a little line, just like the very old days of this map where I would do that with the tier 3 minigun, which at the time was the last upgrade you could do, the one before the 20 gun, if that makes sense. Which I don't think there's that many people still around that have actually played the very old version of Super Tower Defense, which is not surprising. Like, I remember when the fucking old meta was not even using the minigun or the spear, which is really insane. Well, because I have not been paying attention like the little ADHD little shit I am, I'm gonna play it safe and wait until this round ends to upgrade the laser. Because I want to upgrade it as fast as possible to its... as much as possible to its final form. You know, from now on out, it's probably just gonna be the same repetitiveness. Like, once I get 3 Twilances, I should be fine to just spam level 2 raiders. Because in this kind of run, getting stunts is just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And getting the Twilights as early as possible might be a better play than just getting a radar and upgrading it, in my opinion. I'm not saying the radar isn't good for this kind of strategy. It's just, I think to speedrun this as much as possible, you kind of have to milk out as much damage as you can before going into support, which is very essential. Now, getting under 25 might actually genuinely be the new hardest achievement if there ever comes to light, in which, by me uploading this to YouTube, it honestly might turn into an accidental guide video, which I am totally here for. I am right on that point. I am here as the very first person that has ever fucking tried doing this and uploading it to YouTube. Because genuinely, I haven't really seen people speedrun this. They've just been getting to the highest wave, which is completely fine. That's natural. And it's a good testament of how well built this game is. Or this world is. And I am here for that. I am completely here for that. Now for these, if you know how many enemies are coming, you can probably do a quick little bring in the tower. But I still want to play it safe, even if I know what's coming, because yeah. I'm going to take a radar with me because I felt the placement. Yeah, I knew it was coming. There we go. I should be able to do 3 radars right there, but if not, it's fine. I'm just trying to squeeze out as much damage as possible. Now, I am currently at 13 minutes, and we're almost at wave 30, which is really good pace. Definitely a really good pace. And honestly, this may be the fastest way to do this. I'm not entirely sure. It still needs a lot of adjusting, if that makes sense. It's like knowing when you can upgrade and knowing when you have to stay by the button at all times. It's definitely a grind. It is definitely a grind. And honestly, I will personally take the trophy of being the first one person to actually, you know, attempt something like this. Because this is really interesting at the end of the day. Because it's a whole completely different challenge. And I kind of wonder how this will be trying to speedrun Wave 100. Because, like, that is definitely going to be something different as well. It's definitely something. That's what I know. I'm at 15 minutes right now, which is more on pace than I have ever been so far. Now it's time to get that upgraded fully. And then I should be good to get the radar next. And then it's another radar. And then after that, another sphere. You want as much damage as fast as possible. But you don't want to overload your current setup by doing botch placements like I just did. Now that's completely fine. This is a natural kind of thing, which I am completely okay with doing botch placements. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter as long as you get to where you're going. That's all that matters. Now I'm just gonna stay over here until I have enough to avoid the next Wildlands. Because normally I would just sell the minigun at this point, but honestly, I'm probably just gonna sell it at 40. I would normally sell it right now, but I'm gonna wait because the extra damage could be needed. And that's why I made instantly the next wave. That is why manually pressing the button is way faster than the thumper. And these little pauses might be scary, but you shouldn't need to worry about them. They're not harmful in any way or fashion. It's just a little scare, a little jump scare. Yeah, this is why I want to keep the minigun, because I want them to make sure they don't get anywhere near that bend. Because the moment they get past the Twilands, you've basically lost quite a bit of time. Like maybe a second or two. Now, I'm not pressing the buttons as fast as I could probably press them. Which is, might make this a little iffy, but other than that, I don't think it's that big of an issue. Especially since I'm doing fine as is. And honestly, I might keep the minigun around as long as possible because the extra damage is definitely worth it. Now this wave I can safely upgrade this and wait until I have enough money for another Twilands. And once I get the next Twilands, honestly, I can probably sell the minigun at that point because it wouldn't be needed anymore. I'm gonna put it right here. I might have to... I could probably put a radar right here, but I don't want to spend the time to do some fidgeting around to see if I can or can't. I guess I can do it, like, right now. Yep. Radar can fit right there. That's perfect. I'm gonna, once again, wait until the wave ends, sell the minigun, then upgrade the 20 Lance. Because that is the most efficient way of doing this. Because now, they're all shooting in unison. And I've practically... I'm at wave 43 and at 20 minutes, so I've got this in the bag. Once again, I'm gonna wait until a wave starts before placing down anything. Just to, like, ensure that I'm good. And I have the perfect placement. What do I do for this? Right here. And once it hits 49, I am going to upgrade the Thumper to an Ice Thumper. Ignore the scary. This is normal. I probably do not need the Thumper to be upgraded, but I want to upgrade it just to ensure that they're gonna stay over there as long as possible. I am pretty on pace right now. Pretty much as it was, Woo! 24, 39, 67. Probably can be improved, but I'm not gonna bother with that. I am not genuinely gonna bother with that. And I probably couldn't even place another radar and upgrade it anyway, so this is the penultimate setup at the end of the day. I lost maybe like 5-10 seconds being distracted. But at the end of the day, I don't think this is going under 24. Like, no matter what you do, this is never going to go under the 24-minute barrier because of how long the waves take. But I am genuinely at ease. This is the absolute. Anyway, with that, I'm going to end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And, yeah.